Virgo is not really the most comfortable place to have your Venus. Venus is considered to be in its fall when it's in Virgo. Doesn't mean it's bad, it just is a little bit uncomfortable. It's like you went to some summer rooftop party where everyone's wearing t-shirts and shorts and you're wearing a super square pair of khakis with a tucked in shirt. You still can have a good time there, but it's just not off to a great start. Why is this? Well, Virgo as an archetype, as a sign, wants to organize and classify and discriminate against chaos. They're trying to create order that requires looking at things with a critical eye, thinking about things critically. And Venus is really, it's the planet of openness. It's about creating comfort and harmony and demonstrating love and affection. And that's not always so consistent with also being critical and really looking at things honestly, like Virgo energy is so notorious for. Venus and Virgo will usually tell a lot about whether the individual is very clean and neat or kind of a total slob. Tends to be one or the other rather than in the middle. It usually depends on whether the Virgo Venus is poorly aspected by other planets or is otherwise not in a great spot in the chart. Virgo Venus people are very aware and sort of self-conscious about how they are expressing their affection. So it's hard for them to just lean into these unconscious and spontaneous and childlike demonstrations. And because they're so good at seeing how things could be improved, seeing how things could be better, sometimes their way of showing care or demonstrating that they care about something is being critical or pointing out something that could be improved. And sometimes that's helpful and sometimes it's not. These people can be a little bit more reserved, a little bit shy at first, or especially when they're out in public with strangers. Behind the scenes though, they're usually very sensual, they have an intensity, they have a wild side. People with Venus in Virgo seem to do really well with things like acts of service, doing things to demonstrate they care. When they try to use words, that's kind of when the rough edges of that sign kind of come out. Keep in mind that our Venus placement also says a lot about how we demonstrate affection for ourselves, how we create comfort and harmony for ourselves. And it's definitely worth noting that people that have their Venus in Virgo can be extremely self-critical and really freaking hard on themselves. Sometimes they hold other people to high standards too. These individuals should really be aware of this tendency and notice when it's starting to get a little bit too out of control, a little too critical. I find one of the best remedies for Virgo is to cultivate an ability to laugh at yourself, roast other people, but in a light way that allows you to take some perspective and create some distance from that self-criticism or that criticism of others. This tends to be a very loyal Venus sign though, when it's committed in a relationship, very practical, will continue to show up and do the little things, which is tremendous.